So now that we have an understanding of what the aim of statistic is, which is to measure features in the sample or to model relationships of between the variables in the sample and then infer those relationships back to the general population with some measure of the likelihood that this is true. Then now we can look at the quantitative type of analysis. The first quantitative type of analysis here is the correlational analysis, and that is where we're trying to identify, to quantify the relationship between two variables. So we are measuring we're trying to determine the strength as well as the direction of the relationship between these two variables. Are they negatively correlated or positively correlated? And how strong is the correlation? Is it a one meaning 100% correlated, as one changes, the other changes just as much, or is it just a zero point 0.5 correlation? So it's a weak or a moderate correlation. So that's what correlation studies are seeking to understand. And so here we have this study trying to understand the relationship between parental involvement and urban secondary school achievement. Does the measure of level of parent involvement affect the level of achievement? That would be a correlational type study. Then we have the experimental study. And as the term implies, you're actually performing an experiment where you have control and you have treatment. And so in this study, they're trying to understand the effect of challenge based gamification in learning. So they're going to have one group that's using some kind of a gamification and another group that is not using the gamification, and to see, to evaluate the performance of each of those groups and determine if there is a difference and if that difference is statistically significant. So that's an experimental type of study. And then we have the educational data mining, which has become a field in and of itself. Yes, we have the historical data because we use data that was amassed but was never really studied. And so now, with the computer science and the computing power available, we can mine massive amounts of data and analyze that data to get some understanding of some of the processes of learning. So, for example, in this study, it's looking at predicting students' performance in educational data mining.